Hello, my friends. Boop. There we go. How are you doing? Let me find the live chat real quick because I didn't put it on the other screen. Boop. There we have it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. Have my beautiful wig on again. Hi, Eric. Hi, Arthritic. Interesting name. Okay. Is it the name? I'm kind of like not seeing too much with these glasses, to be honest. So yeah. All right. There we go. Hackerman outfit again. And today we're looking at the community submissions from the last 2 weeks. And then we're playing around with Midjourney a little bit. Yeah, just to see what's going on there. Hi, Rainier. Hi, thanks for joining. Nice to see you. So I hope you had a good weekend. And yeah, this is the end of the week stream. Still thinking about maybe I should do 2 streams per week. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. All right. By the way, I thought maybe that's not good. 1 second. Okay, maybe I should have more than 1 wig. Let's. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay, cool. Let's have a quick look. 1 second. Boop. This is the wig that I have. If you want to have the same Hackerman wig, that's the one. Super cheap, $10 from Bowland. It's really very crappy, but it does its job. It has everything you need. And here we have some other fantastic wigs. Maybe we can have some other characters like this guy here on the right, also from Bowland, also only $10 with a beard. Like I already have the beard, so. But still, the beard is pretty cool. It's like this kind of like, you know, adult entertainment beard, if you want to call it that. Hi, Bianca. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. And what else do we have here? This one might be a little bit insensitive if I wear that, but oh, this guy hair with pink glasses is also a choice. Maybe I see more with pink glasses. I don't even know. So, and this is the Trailer Park King here, apparently, with the like it looks very like soft and silky. But probably in real looks really bad. Yeah, this one is the chat bro over here. There we go. Oh, with the long hair. Okay. Bob Ross. Hey, should we do Bob Ross? Like a Bob Ross AI chat? How about that? And the one on the right is like, what is the German singer? Oh god. With the wart here on the face. Reinhold? No. Reinhard Fendrich? No, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't listen to music like that. So yeah, we're going to do AI stuff today, just like a little bit warming up. Oh wow, this one is coming with a gold chain. What is this thing here? Oh, it's a $sign. Okay, and glasses, everything in there. Apparently everything but the hair. Or is it like because the hair is here? I don't know. You get the full like the full. The full Hackerman experience, the Hackerman set. There we go. What? Oh my god. Okay, this one also. The black-haired, yeah, Bob Ross. There we go. All right. Oh, and here, hey, the Steve Jobs. AI Steve Jobs. Also, I think if I wear that, I look more like the German character, so you know what I mean. I voted for a long black hair. This one could be cool, right? If it hangs over the shirt. By the way, today, if you notice that, let me switch to the big screen. I have my cute kitty cat shirt on. There we go. Whoa, pretty cool. Very nice kitty cats. Is it cats or is it hamsters? I think it's cats, right? I hope it's cats. Looks pretty cool though. Anyways, let's switch back to the screen. Still warming up before we do the AI stuff. By the way, one thing I want to ask you. Let's switch back to the big screen. I need to connect my Stream Deck, which I bought, and then I'm not using it for anything. How is it like other streams? I watch them. They are like on this like vertical format on the smartphone and everything. Today, I saw one like switching through the YouTube shorts, 600 live viewers. And what they did is like they are packing because they're shipping like Asian food, he and his girlfriend. And so they are packing for a customer apparently. unless that's fake, I don't know, like soy sauce and curry powder and rice into a shipping box. It's like watching an Amazon employee packing your package. How is that getting 600 views? I don't understand that, you know? And I do AI stuff. I get like, I don't know, 70. I used to get 150, but then I kind of like did less videos. So yeah. Should I also pack some stuff? I don't know. I could pack some packing peanuts and some good wishes and a paper with some prompts on it. There's not too much to pack with AI. I don't know. But it's kind of strange. Anyways, let me switch there again. There we go. Why is like the selection for male wigs is not so cool, right? It's not so. This is like a AI cheeses. How about that? AI cheeses? Maybe I should get some bathing robe also, like a you know, brownish bathing robe, and then the hair for AI cheeses. That could be cool. That guy's also good here with the curly hair. Also nice. And maybe some shell collar, what is it called? Like, you know what I mean? Chain. Shell chain. Wow, this guy here. He's more like, what kind of, like, this is kind of like soft rock, right? From the haircut, you know, a little bit like Aerosmith or something like that. I don't know. Oh my God. The full-on afro. They all look terrible in real life, but they're good on the camera. They're good enough. So that's the main thing. And here's the gray old geezer guy. Klingst Deutsch? Yes, I'm German. I am from Germany, and you can also see here my Amazon page is also German. I don't live in Germany. I'm living in Vienna. A little bit more relaxed there, but a little bit like slow also. So yeah. Okay. Oh my God, Witcher. How about that? How about a Witcher wig? How is that? Witcher? What could you do with Witcher with AI? AI Witcher? It sounds like a little bit lame. I don't know. AI. I'm not sure about that. AI Jesus turns 5 fingers into 6 fingers. Absolutely, yes. AI Jesus. He has what you need. Is there some AI Jesus jokes? What can you say? He absolves you from your AI sins. I don't know, from your bad prompts. Oh, the Mozart wig. How about that? Okay. AI Mozart. So there are certainly some interesting characters. This is also nice with the long gray hair. Maybe AI vampire. I don't know. There's a lot of choices here. Okay, anyways, should we look at some AI art? Or should we do some more chatting first before we get started? How long is the chat? It's like 10 minutes already. Wow. It's like 5 minutes after 9 p.m. So it's pretty cool. A little bit of warming up time. Everything, I don't know. Yeah. Let me find the images first. We have to go through 2 weeks, basically, so that's 14 images to look at, and then we're going to play around with Midjourney. Should we do like where you can submit in the chat some prompt ideas, or just like goofing around on Midjourney and playing around with the prompts and the things you can do? We can figure it out on the go, on the fly. There we go. Let's get started here. Let me switch over again. Boop. There we have the first image, Mythical Transport by Tomo Art or Thomo Art. Not quite sure how you would pronounce it. Pretty cool. With are the wings on her, but on her ass basically, or is it on the horse back? Because it's kind of like doesn't really connect to the horse. It's the famous butt wing angel. Let us submit. Okay, we can do that. Maybe you can put it in the chat also. I don't know. That might be good. Grüß dich. Yeah, thank you very much. Grüß dich. Schönen Sonntagabend. There we go. So I'm all in all pretty cool image. Very nice horse also. But I have to say I'm kind of in a love and hate relationship with Flux because can I go to the next one? Flux is creating really cool images and very nice, like sticking to more complex prompts, but at the same time, it's like slow to render, hardware hungry. The LoRa's look completely different when you put it on an image. It has like it has a lot of good stuff, but also a lot of bad stuff. And for the experimentation, it's kind of not so cool as before with SDXL and SD 1.5 because you could render like a lot more images with the batch render and play around with it. And now everything is so slow and sticky and like I don't know. You know, a lot of people say like when I made the poll, most people said they really like Flux, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, or maybe it was just the Flux users who like Flux. I don't know. So this is Rethink the Elements by K. Struck. Also pretty cool with a very spicy whiskey, maybe? Are you a whiskey fan? I'm not a whiskey fan, to be honest. I like gin. I like vodka. Tequila. It's pretty cool. Also like all of them mixing, especially gin tonic. What is vodka good with? I haven't drank vodka for quite a time. I feel like very cold vodka is really good. With fruit juice, maybe. I don't know. No vodka orange. I drank too much of that in my youth. I can't drink it anymore. I don't know. And tequila, of course, like tequila and Coca-Cola is good. Or rum and Coca-Cola is also good, of course. Cuba Libre, you know. Anyways, it's not my image. So the creator of the image is up here on the you can like on the top left is the name of the creator. These are not my images. These are from the community. On the Discord, we do a daily challenge, and these are the images from the daily challenge. So for each day of the week, a different image. Here we have Fabulous Architects. Looks pretty cool with this floating city and the beautiful woman in the foreground. Very nice. And it's from No of the Beast. Interesting name. Okay, cool. Interesting. By the way, one thing I always wondered about is like, if you think about evolution, and it's getting like evolution is coming from the selection, and you always like choose the best person to procreate. Like, how is it that like we don't all look like this? Why don't we all have like these perfect bodies, you know? Because other animals, they kind of like have pretty good bodies, right? I mean, we probably all have good bodies, but we eat too much junk food. Maybe that's the reason. It's just like we are beautiful under the fat. You know what I mean? If we would climb the trees and eat, I don't know, nuts and fruit all day long, probably also look like that. But because we eat pizza and burgers and watch Netflix, we look like, I don't know, like our food. Fat and sticky. Anyways. All right, there we go. Flux is too expensive? You mean the hardware or the online rendering? Because for the online rendering, yeah, I can understand it's pretty expensive. Oh, that's pretty cool. For the hardware, yes, you also need good hardware. So yeah, it's getting more expensive because the models are getting bigger and more complex all the time, and then we need some more like tech evolution, you know, to make it more sufficient. No, as a number. Oh, number abbreviation. Oh, interesting. Okay. The World Within the World by Enraged Antelope. There we go. Pretty cool image. Kind of like in the past you would do it maybe like a double exposure. Very cool. Often used for like advertisement and things like that, showing the inner world or showing like also conflict between worlds and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Very, very nice with the sunset and the river and everything. Big city in the background. Very cool. And then I like this kind of cosmic blue around it. So yeah, there's a lot of very interesting elements around that, you know? So very, very cool. Let's go. This one is a strange one, to be honest. It's called Incredible Shadows by Yahulk or Yahulk. I'm not sure. I don't think these are shadows. It looks more like graffiti, but maybe it's shadows. On the other hand, it's like a very abstract theme. So it's kind of cool, but it's kind of strange also, you know? Anyways, pretty cool image. But let's see what else we have here. We have these kind of like space kitties. There we go. Space kitty. Very nice. And it's independent beings. I feel like they look like kind of grown together, but still. have different colors. They remind me of what is the film from Disney with the emotions, and the emotions are different characters? Inside or something? Is it called that? Inside some? I don't remember the name. The film was the first one. I haven't seen the second one. Was kind of good, I think. A little bit shallow. Could be a little bit more like deeper, but anyways, I mean, it's a kid movie, so I guess it's okay like that. This is by Paleopteryx, also pretty cool username. There we go, the happy kitties. Very nice. By the way, while we're talking about the happy thing, I was listening to a podcast recently. It was really interesting about AI, and that was about embodiment. And I found that really interesting because that's also like my kind of perspective that I talked about in the past, is like AI is limited by, first of all, AI is not thinking right now, although you can make like real-time models. But also AI is not really having an experience with the world around it. And so this is this kind of concept from embodiment, is that your mind is not just your mind, or basically the knowledge that is in your brain, or the thoughts you have, the ways you look at the world, is not just your brain. It is how the brain is connected to the rest of you, right? So which makes sense, right? Let's go to the big screen for a second here. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. Like if you, for example, if you talk about different foods, right? Or different teas, let's say different teas. You can't say, I like this kind of tea if you've never had any tea and you've never compared it and you don't know the situations why and when you would drink tea and how you react with your body to the tea. So some people are tea people, some people are coffee people, and they have the reasons for that. But it's not just like it's not just an information reason. It's not just like you look at the facts and then you decide. And basically, most of the decisions we do in life don't really have too much to do with the facts and the numbers and the statistics and all these kind of things. They have to do with our gut feeling and what we actually emotionally want. And this is built on our experience, how we feel in the world. So it's a lot of that is emotional. And that has a lot to do also with like everything. Where you live, what job you have, what kind of car you buy, what kind of food you eat, stuff like that is not just based on the facts. You don't go to a restaurant and say, oh, today I'm going to the restaurant that is most nutritious and best for my body based on the numbers they have provided. First of all, they don't provide any numbers to you, or maybe they do, but like it's just like an average. It's not the exact numbers. And then it's just not who we are. It's just not how we work. We decide emotionally or from the connection. For example, like when I go out, I mostly go out to eat Asian food because it's my favorite food, but also because this is something it's difficult to do at home, especially in a right way. So why would I go out and eat something that I could cook myself, or it comes from my own culture, because I already know that? Sometimes I do that, but most of the time if I go out, I go for Asian food. But there's also other foods, not so interested in the other foods. So yeah, that's kind of like, that's the reason. It's an emotional reason. It's not a factual reason. And the same is with other stuff, right? So yeah. For example, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, not just because of but because I love to play video games, and I love the I love the NVIDIA brand and things like that, you know, and the features they have with the CUDA rendering and all this kind of stuff, which is like giving me the experience because I like nice graphics. If I wouldn't be into nice graphics, I probably wouldn't care that much about what it is, you know. Anyways, you know, so it kind of like these kind of things have to do with what intelligence, what intelligence is. And that has a huge influence on what AI can be. And because AI doesn't have these experiences, we can't expect AI to understand the world right now or think like we do. First of all, not enough information. Secondly, not smart enough. But thirdly, and maybe most importantly, doesn't have a body, doesn't have emotions, doesn't have life experience. So there's no way AI can actually understand the information, because the world isn't factual. The world is situational and emotional, right? Even with the animals, you know, or even with other things out there. It's more about the circumstances in why things are happening rather than the actual numbers that are happening. Anyways, let's go back to the images here. And you could maybe say, well, we can lead it back to all the chemical and physical processes and whatnot. Technically, you could reconstruct it in a certain way, but that still wouldn't give you the full information because it is more than its parts. You know what I mean? Just because you know all of the information, you still don't know why this happened that way. You know what I mean? The world is analog, Emo. Yeah, probably. Of course, analog, right? AMD users be like, but Sluda, what the hell is Sluda? I've never heard of that. I mean, most games just like are supported by NVIDIA, right? Maybe, I don't know what they do, but like most games are made for NVIDIA chips, right? So they have some benefits from that. I don't like the brand, but I have no choice if I want to generate my image. Yeah, true. I mean, by the way, if you bought some NVIDIA stocks, they went up 1,000%. 1,000%. Sadly, I didn't buy enough of them because otherwise I could retire now. But at least I bought some of them, so I can get an extra week for that. Damn, I missed on that. Well, a little bit. I got at least a little bit out of it, but not really much. But maybe they go up further. I have no idea. I just thought, hey, NVIDIA, they do cool projects. They have good ideas. By the way, let's talk about this image here. Reverse gravity from Ingus. Very nice. Really love that. I wish we had more of this kind of like fantasy landscapes and fantasy powers in real life. Which we do. We have a lot of like technological magic, basically. But this stuff looks pretty cool. So that's pretty nice. Very, very cool. I love also the sun glowing waterfalls here. The one on the right maybe works. One on the left doesn't work. It's more like a lava waterfall. But anyways, lava fall. Do you say lava fall? Oh, that's it. That's everything. That's it for today. 1 second. Let me close this real quick. Let me look at the folder. Oh yes, that's the first week already. Wow, we like flew through that, right? There we have the next one. Wow, very beautiful. Well, what does the chat say? AMD is no longer supported. Sula. Everything will change. I think they're catching up. They're doing some cool stuff, but I'm not quite sure what specifically they're doing. I didn't really catch up on the AMD news. I'm not sure they are big in with the AI stuff at the moment. This is pretty cool though. These, by the way, I'm not sure if you can see that. This is like a little pyramid of skulls, which looks like a cake. Maybe it's candy skulls. I don't know. A festival for the living in the land of the dead. Oh, from Ingus also. That is pretty interesting. Do you think that's a thing? You know, if you believe in like life after that, or these kind of like worlds of the dead where they live afterwards, do you think they have like parties and festivals for the living? I mean, I don't see a reason why not. It's even like, it's kind of strange that this is not part of the folklore and the mythology of that, right? I mean, there is some, like for example, the Vikings, they have this kind of like big party after that with their god. So, but they are not celebrating the living, right? They are like just celebrating, you know, just having a big banquet and drinking a lot and stuff like that. So there isn't really anything where they, like, you have a mythology of them thinking about you afterwards. Kind of strange. We do a lot for them. I don't think there's anything of like them doing something for us in the way of festivals. It's in the way of like supporting us, thinking about us, stuff like that. There's a lot about that, but not like these kind of like events they would do, which could be interesting, right? Whoops, is this the next one? Yeah, it's the next one. This is also from Ingus. He seems like he submitted a lot of pretty cool images. This also looks very nice. Mythical creature job interview. Oh, very nice. Who do you think is the boss here? I think the mythical creature is the boss because he has the nicer chair. He has like a big, heavy leather chair, office chair, and the other guy has this like thin and flimsy and not so high back support for his chair. So yeah. I guess the guy on the left is the boss here. Pretty cool. Very nice image. Look, it reminds me a little bit of the Gremlins, right? They have parties. By the way, look into the Viking mythology, because I looked into that. I found it really interesting because you all think they go to, oh my God, what's it called? In the Marvel universe, they go to, what is the city called where they go? Where Odin is and Thor lives, blah, blah, blah. And if you look at the actual mythology, they go to 3 different areas depending on how, like, you have been a super cool warrior and then you go to that city. And if you haven't been that awesome, you go to something in the middle, which is more like a normal city where you train every day for the last big war. And then if you have been just a normal dude with nothing special, you go to a kind of like dark and somewhat grim place, but it's not a bad place. So they don't really have hell. You're not getting like punished or anything in that area. It's just a pretty bleak place where you grow the food, by the way, for the rest of the guys. So you're like a not a slave, more like a farmer who just lives there. And you can't change, by the way, afterwards. As far as I've understood, you can't change afterwards. Even if you like do the coolest stuff there, you just stick in your area. So they have like after that they have this kind of like how would you say in English? They have these layers on society. What is it called? The castes. They have kind of castes, right? Asgard, right, the Asgard. Right, how could I forget that? It's such a nice phonetic joke with the Asgard. Anyways. Right. Okay, let's go to the next image here, which is this. Also beautiful, very nice. From True Burn. Alien Fashion Week. Wow, that is pretty cool. Whoa. The cosmic guy. He has like a, how would you say, like an asteroid belt, which is pretty cool. It's pretty creative, actually, right? And then he has this kind of like star donut around his head. And the cosmic, man, my brain again. What is it called? Nebula. A nebula cape. Pretty cool. It goes up into smoke. Very nice. Very good ideas. Really like that. A very cool fashion show. And the classic alien look with the gray skin and the black eyes and stuff like that. Very, very nice. Really cool. Uber Eats driver for the gods. Yeah, kind of, right? The Uber Eats drivers for the gods. Where are these images coming from? They are from the daily challenge on my Discord. I think there is a Discord link under my video right now, under the live stream. You can join there, and there's a daily challenge, new topics every day. And then one of the images is selected per day, and I put them either in a video or in the live stream. Yeah, there we go. By the way, last week I didn't do too many. I only did 2. Like this week, I only did 2 videos because I was like punished and not punished, but kind of like tortured by Flux, trying to like figure out how to get more grip on Flux and the Loras and everything, and it was just it was painful because everything is so slow, and then the computer gets stuck, and then even if I have a 4080, it's like it's a real pain. So I don't understand how people do it if they have like worse computers than I have, probably taking them minutes to render just one image. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Welcome to Bureaucracy by Nicholas Woof Woof. Oh, that's a cool name. There we go. Bureaucracy in Hell. Oh, do you know that show? What is it? I don't know. Look on YouTube. It's called Your Beautiful Face is Going to Hell or something like that. Oh, I love that show. Sadly, they don't make any more episodes, but this is so cool with these demons in hell. It's a comedy, multiple, I think, how many episodes do they have? Maybe 15, 20, something like that. I love that show. Your beautiful face or your pretty face is going to hell, something like that from the name. I really love that show. Same here, I've got a 3090 and Flux is painfully slow. Yeah, absolutely. I even feel like if you would compare them, the Flux images with the IceDXL images, in most cases you couldn't even tell. Unless it's for the text or it's like you want to do something special. But I think with even with 1.5 you can get very far. Although now if you compare 1.5 to Flux, you will see that like there's a lot of detail missing. But for example, if you do digital painting or you do anime stuff like that, where you don't have that level of detail, especially like skin detail and stuff like that, with good LoRa's, I feel like often you cannot tell the difference. And sometimes SDXL just looks better and you get faster images. I tried the GAF models. I actually use the GAF models because they render. Well, actually, it's not true. Let me switch to the big screen real quick. 1 second before we go back to the images. So I was experimenting with the GAF models in ComfUI. But the thing is, in ComfUI, it's not really optimized for Flux. And so, especially if you use it with the LoRa, it's painfully slow. Like, oh, it takes forever. And it also fills up most of your VRAM, even if it's like a GAF model. If you use the lower GAF models, you lose a lot of quality. And if you use the higher GAF models, the VRAM fills up like forever. And then, of course, the rendering is slow because the graphics card is nothing to work with anymore. But the interesting thing is on Forge UI, it is optimized for Flux and you can adjust the VRAM amount that it can use. And if you lower that a little bit, the difference for me, at least, from rendering an image, you can't have a GAF model, you only use the normal models, but still it doesn't fill up the VRAM as much. And so when I render a normal image without a LoRa, 1024 by 1024 takes around like 27 seconds. That's okay-ish. And then if you use a LoRa with it, it's 37 seconds. So it's not that much more. It's like 10 seconds more or 8 seconds more, things like that. So a little bit of a difference. But the other thing that I don't like at that moment is, first of all, like two things actually. The LoRa changes the image dramatically. So I can't find a cool image and then put a LoRa in it and refine it. At least it didn't work for me. Even with a low value, it still changes the image. And then the other thing is, what was the other thing? I kind of forgot. Oh yes, the amount of steps dramatically changes the image content, which is also something that I really don't like. Because otherwise I could render an image with a normal model with 5 steps, not a Schnell model, normal model with 5 steps, look if I like the composition and then render it again with 25 steps, 30 steps to get nice details. But I can't do that because the 30-step image looks completely different from the 5-step image. So not really working. And if you use image to image, it's also not working because then you have like less quality. As a trainer of Flux, it is very easy to modify compared to SDXL. The model you mean for the training? That might be, but how does it benefit you if the model is still like super slow, and then you have to have different models for different styles, or you have to have the LoRa's but they completely change the image. So it's like, you know, you go to bed soon. Oh, okay. Sorry for that. I wanted to start a little bit earlier, but then it didn't really work out. Realistic vision is still my model of choice. Yeah, me too. Realistic vision, if you do people, it's just way, I really love realistic vision. It also has an SDXL model, and yeah, you can do really cool stuff with it. Also for the more lewd stuff, of course, SDXL and 1.5 is much better. I have never seen anything with Flux that kind of looks good for that kind of thing. Anyways, this is a pretty cool image. Very nice. Love the colors also. Love the composition. By the way, one thing. Tell me about that. Like, I have seen this composition so much. Like, Flux has 2 big problems. First is the composition is kind of stuck with this thing where an object repeats 1,000,000 times and you have this kind of like central perspective. And then like 1-point perspective, I mean by then, and then also the faces. I tried different names, I tried code numbers, I tried like describing it different. It's always kind of like the same face. So it's very different to get different faces, very difficult to get different faces. So yeah, it's kind of like it has some downsides, you know, with all the benefits. I'm not a super big fan. I've optimized it down to 1 iteration per second. Really? Oh, what? Per second? Yeah. So 30 steps is 30 seconds still per image, right? So that's also what I have, right? Oh no, you mean the iterations for the training. Oh, okay, cool. And so how much iterations do you need in total to train it? 50 steps is 1 minute. Really? Oh, interesting. Okay. 50 steps is 1 minute. 50 steps. Does it benefit from 50 steps? Does it really do something? I felt like over 30 steps, you don't get much improvement. Then we have the supervillains therapy session from Yahoo. Again, pretty cool. I'm not sure if like Joker would be the best therapist, or maybe Hulk is doing the therapy, but they both have problems. Who in that situation do you think should be the therapist? Should it be Joker or should it be Hulk? I think like they both have major problems. Although the newer Hulk, the smart Hulk, he's a good guy. So probably he should be the therapist. But he looks like the old Hulk that is only anger and not much fun. No, I'm talking about the generation. The generation? So the generation, not the training, right? Okay. It's a shame Tensor RT with Flux doesn't fit into 24 gigabytes of VRAM. The upcoming 5090 should be able to make Flux images in 7 seconds. Yeah, but a 5090, it's gonna be super expensive, right? Well, how much is that gonna cost? 5090? Couple of thousand? 3,000? How much is it? I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know. Especially the 90 model, not even a 5080, a 5090. That's gonna be expensive, right? That's gonna be breaking the bank. Escape from Digital Jungle by Paleopteryx again. Pretty cool. I feel like these trees on the bottom look like hands because they kind of like have fingernails. So this is a pretty cool scene. I like this kind of like game. But again, by the way, again, just to remind you, a million objects that all look the same with a 1-point central perspective. Flux is in love with this kind of thing. I don't know why. And it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to get a room that doesn't do that, right? With these repeating things and the 1-point perspective. It's nice, but alternatives would be cool, right? And there we have, oh, very nice. Oh, the tacos. Oh, I love this kind of, oh man, my brain is, what is the sci-fi series with the jazz music and the trucker and the rough guy, and they are, what are they, like bounty hunters? I'm sure you know it. I can't remember it. So I love this kind of anime cuteness where they have these kind of, especially food trucks. I love good food, and they are especially like tacos, pretty cool, sci-fi taco. A lot of people, by the way, hello, Triple Head Monkey. Hi, how are you doing? Said a lot of people who are now using Flux used to use upscaling workflows. Now they don't upscale anymore because the quality. Yeah, that's true. Like, of course, if you use like the model and upscale. Now, yes, that is true. But the thing about that is, if I use upscaling, I already like the image. So I can generate an image in like 1 to 3 seconds, and if I like the image, I can then upscale it, and then of course it takes longer with the face detailer and the upscaling and all that kind of stuff. Probably takes as long as it takes to generate one of the Flux images. That is true, but I only do that if I like the image, and that is the huge benefit, right? Because now I can't have like a fast image with like 3 seconds, 2 seconds generation time and then upscale it afterwards. So I have to go through all of the process, most of the time not getting exactly the image I want, so I have to try again. So I can sit there for an hour and not get one image that I like, because I have to just retry and of course, in the meantime, it's not just batch rendering. It's like changing the settings, changing the prompt, changing the LoRa value, blah, 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 all these kind of experimentations to try to get where you want to be. So it's like slow and depressing rather than fun and staying in the flow. That's kind of the thing I'm kind of like criticizing about it. Chip says Flux image output often comes in tiers. With the image composition differencing between 20 and 40 steps, but not necessarily the quality. Right, so the time and the same about in generations. Yeah, if you do upscaling, time is the same. Yeah, right. Advanced cam set level, you can end the generation on the step. I don't understand that. You can, I understand you can stop the generation at the step you like the composition and then restart the process after skipping a portion of the step count. So how do you get the full quality in that case? You restart the process after skipping oh, no. I don't understand what you mean by that. Maybe you can tell me on Discord. I'm not sure if this is like, or maybe you can write it here. Oh, this is the last image already. Okay, so this was the 2 weeks. Let me close this real quick. So this was the 2 weeks of the submissions from my community. If you want to be part of the daily challenges, join the Discord. The link should be below. Pretty sure the link still works. And we have a daily challenge for AI image generation. And then an image is selected and I put it either in a video or in a live stream. And sometimes I skip a week and then I do it I do 2 weeks like I did in this live stream, right? Have you tried Flux Upscale Control Mode? Yeah, I tried that. It's pretty good, you know, using that in the workflow. Tell me, oh, okay, it's Pierre. Insufficient RAM. I mean, with my car, the 4080, it worked fine with the upscaling, but I did it in ComfUI actually, so it's pretty surprising. But maybe what you can do is like you first render the image and then load a different workflow with just the upscaling, so you don't have like 2 models in there. No, that's actually stupid because it's a control net. I don't remember right now, to be honest, but it worked, and the quality is pretty good. It's okay. There we go. But it also needs some improvements. So let's goof around with Midjourney. And like I have to say that the Flux model really caught up to Midjourney in several ways, especially like the variety of styles it can create. These are all Midjourney images, by the way, they are not Flux images. And also sometimes the quality is better. Like often now when you look at the Midjourney images, you realize that the head form is actually not that good. You know, in the past it looked like amazing, but now you kind of realize that everything is kind of like out of order. You see, like this is kind of like scoot to the side, his head, but in her head, the eyes are way too big, and the chin is kind of like strange from the angle. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And you have that, like, you realize a lot more that there are some problems with these images, but still, the way that it can create compositions is pretty stunning. Okay, here we have a 1:1 image, so there's not really much space for composition. But for example, this one, holy crap, that is one long prompt. Damn. This one, I mean, it does have a center composition, to be honest, but the camera from below, and then still that everything like kind of works here from the different legs and stuff, that is still very impressive, you know, that is still very nice. And also one thing I really love about Midjourney is the choice of colors. By the way, I can't see it. Oh, okay, it's actually, for me, the image looks much warmer because of the should I take off the sunglasses now? Or maybe it doesn't matter too much that I can see the colors or not. So if you want, you can put your prompts in the chat, and I can put the chat prompts in here Of course, no political stuff, no adult stuff, no gore stuff, but otherwise you can be very creative with what you want to do. By the way, one thing I really love to do in, for example, if you have Tumblr design with floral print. Designs, let's write designs. Let's write 3 designs and see if it can do it. Because it's super good at that. I kind of like wonder why we don't see more of that. But then on the other hand, I have to say, like, if I see online services, for example, who print these kind of like hoodies and shirts and stuff, and I see that it's AI printed, I'm kind of like, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I have to point out that often they just do AI images. They don't like put a lot of work into them, and so this is probably why I feel like I don't want to have that. Look at that. Look at these beautiful designs. That's really cool. I wish there were more products like that in real life. You know, because most Tumblrs, especially Tumblrs, they don't have too many cool designs for Tumblrs. Often just like a plain color or some abstract patterns or stuff like that. Look how cool that looks. Very nice. So with these kind of design things, it's actually pretty good. Although here, there's a lot of correction that you have to do because, as you can see, the elements don't really connect to that. So the step count is less important. The what? Oh, Backlow. Flux directly transforms the noise into the image, unlike stable diffusion model, which works by adding and removing noise. You have to explain that to me on Discord again, sorry. Run out of memory. Oh, for a video. Yeah, for a video it's probably too much, right? Okay, anyways, if you have some prompts I should put in here, we can try them out, or I come up with some stuff. So we can do both. Oh, wow, look at that. That's also pretty beautiful. Very nice. Love that. Looks like a movie scene almost, right? A captivating top-down view. Interesting. Very nice. So if you have ideas, oh, I clicked the wrong button. Anyways, oh wow, look at that. Nice details. Also, he also looks like, almost looks like a Jedi. Super realist movie poster texture. Blah 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 blah. Giant octopus. Let me try if we can do this with less. Movie scene of a Jedi with a red laser sword. Fighting a giant octopus in a foggy landscape. Cinematic light. Dynamic pose. Let's see what this gives us. Is it in 60:9? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Use the prompt made of beautiful crystal gems and diamonds. Okay, let me try that. Let's just write a dragon and see what this does. Prompt close-up of a hero in a scene by Simmons Stahl. Huck. Okay, wait a second. Let me copy that over here. Now we can check it out. Close-up of a hero in a scene by Siemens Stahl and Hawk. Tales from the Loop, Things from the Flood, high detail, the electric statue, the labyrinth, robots, vehicles, weird beings in the background. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Oh, he has like a skull head. Wow. The sword is super long. Wow. Look at that. Crazy. What is that? Oh, whoa. And this is what I mean. Like the composition is really nice. I think like Flux cannot do a composition like that just from a prompt. You need some additional stuff. Look how cool the octopus looks. He looks like he's transformed by darkness, you know, by really evil powers. He's like an elder monster. What was it called? Elder creature? And then the double-sworded Jedi or Sith sword here. Wow, that is a cool scene. Really nice. I would love to see that scene in real life. That is pretty cool. I wish Runway could animate that in a cool way. That would be nice. Whoa, look at that. Okay, with the super long sword again. Kind of like a little bit strange how this is split in the front, but again, it's like the octopus looks really evil with these two red eyes and the kind of like human-looking skull. Interesting. And there we have another one. Wow. There. Oh, it's called an Eldritch monstrosity. There we go. By the way, did you also wonder what is Eldritch? Who is Eldritch? Who is that guy? And then actually I looked it up, and Eldritch just means old. From the old times, basically. It's a creature from the old times, a monstrosity from the old times, which is kind of interesting, but also kind of like a little bit disappointing when you figure out what the name actually means. So yeah. By the way, can I make this full screen? I don't think I can, right? Oh, we can make it a little bit bigger. All right, cool. So now you can see it a little bit bigger. Very nice, very cool. Very cool. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, there we have the dragon made from beautiful crystals. We could actually let me fashion portrait of a woman made from beautiful, colorful. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. Like a decoration or something. Let's go for the next one. Ooh, with the gold. Very nice. More like glass and then some diamonds on that. Pretty cool. Fancy dragon. There we go. Oh, we can even go bigger. I didn't even know that. You can zoom 3 times. Next one. Whoa, okay. Getting a little bit kitschy, a little bit like grandma's grandma's brush. Well, what is a broche in English? Her whatever, you know, the big thing you put here. You used to stick here. I think it's out of fashion, right? Let me see. Broche. I don't even know how to type broche. No, not brochure. Broche. Brush. Brush. Brush.
Brooch.
Brooch. Brooch. Brooch. So it's the thing you used to put on the side of your clothing. I don't think people wear these anymore, but I kind of feel like they're coming back into fashion at some point in the next years, probably, because like the fashion is looping right now. We are so much like in the 90s fashion. It feels so goofy to see young people wearing baggy jeans and stuff like that, and you're like, bro, my friends wore that when they were like, I think even I wore that when I was like 18 or something, or 16, you know? And it's kind of like, it's a little bit strange where you think, hey, why doesn't the youth culture have their own thing, you know, their own cool stuff, where I'm like, what the hell is this? Do you remember like crisscross and stuff, where they wear the pants backwards and like stupid goofy stuff like that? And now they just like wear baggies like we did, and buffalo shoes like the women did back then and stuff like that, you know? It's like, really? It's like a little bit grandpa. And then you have like Nirvana shirts and AC/DC shirts, and like, bro, have your own stuff. Don't like, I mean, yeah. I don't know. Kind of lame. Anyways, there we go. Oh, we had the same thing. So let's see what else we have. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's the Stahlberg thing. Meh. It's like a crab robot. There we go. Also pretty nice. I love the robot designs that that Midjourney is doing. By the way, I have no idea what is that thing that we actually put in the prompt. The Loop is a TV show, right? Tales from the Loop. This is on one of these streaming services, right? Tales from the Loop. Oh, Tales from the Loop. Yeah. Oh man, I'm an idiot. I love this artist. My brain is like Swiss cheese. Yes. Tales from the Loop. I mean, I think they just used it. Yeah, they just used his art for the show. It's on Prime? I've never seen that. I have Prime. Is it really on Prime? Let me see that. 1 second. Amazon. Tales from the Loop. Is it a movie or is it like... No, it's a book. Why does it say Prime? Oh no, it's a show. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna watch that tonight. Tales from the Loop. Okay, let's add this. Oh, I actually watched one. I watched one episode. Oh, is it where they are in this kind of like village? And in the first episode, like nothing is happening at all. They just like walk around in that village. Is that the show? Like the mother is trying to find, like, I don't know. It was like very not so interesting, right? But I have to check that out. Tales from the Loop. I will check that out. This doesn't look like Tales of the Loop at all, though. Not really. I think we need to describe it more. I think it doesn't really know what that is. So we have to rewrite that. A sci-fi, no wait, a vintage sci-fi robot standing in a Americana. What is that? Is it the 50s, 60s? Is it the 70s in his thing? 70s village. Digital art. Okay, let's see what this gives us. Okay, I thought some Lovecraft character or something. Yeah, right. It looks like the octopus looked like a Lovecraft character. What else should we put? Recently found out about the Invoke AI. Yeah, I want to do a video about Invoke AI. They added a lot of features. The art program, and I'm having a blast so far. Oh, they have an art program. I have to check that out. Young man's face made of what? Abandoned buildings. Oh, created by ChatGPT. Interesting. Okay. By the way, do you have like the habit now that you use rather, if you're looking for creative ideas, you rather use ChatGPT than thinking yourself? Like not creative ideas only for images, but just like for every day. Like when you think, like, I don't know, you try to figure out, hey, I'm kind of bored. What could I do today? And then you ask ChatGPT or other things like, I don't know, you know, maybe even for the job, my boss wants to make a new campaign. What could we do? And then like just have ChatGPT list some alternatives. Oh, wow. This is horrible. This is pretty cool though. That's very nice. It's just kind of morphing into these colorful crystals. I kind of thought like it would be more like her whole face, but this is also pretty cool. It's kind of like left to right transition. I love how the eye stands out, the blue of the eye, even though there's a lot of blue here, and we have the same blue here and here. This again is like the understanding of Midjourney for different colors, or the way it is trained on artistic color choices is very nice. Because like using the same blue in different parts of the image creates similarity, and because of that it feels nicer. It feels like it looks better. That's like a classic trick. Again, you can see it here. This blue is also over here, and this blue also very nice. The face looks a little bit strange. Maybe these should be on the complete nose or something. Kind of like looks a little bit off, but other than that, it's pretty nice. Very interesting image. Love that. And there it kind of breaks a little bit apart because the face looks more like a drawing than an actual face. If it would be a real face, it would be, I think, like a pretty nice image, right? And that's it already. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, there we have the face. Oh, and there we have the other thing. Let me see. Well, they are like nice, but too round. I don't know why they are so round. Although, yeah, vintage robots, they had a lot of roundness in there. So that's kind of like true. Sci-fi robot with hard edges. Standing in Americana village. Street. Digital art. Masterpiece. Dynamic composition. Let's set the style to 1000 here. The rest is okay. Okay, let's look at the rest here. Ooh, there we have the face. It's kind of cool, a little bit artsy-fartsy. It looks like a little bit like a double exposure, but it's pretty cool. With the eyes looking out of the bunker, you could maybe have it as a, how do you say, metaphor for someone, I don't know, having problems or something, feeling like he's sitting in a bunker, enclosed in his own problems, in his own life. So that might be a thing. Ooh, okay. There we have a face put on a wall. Also very nice. Color or the plaster coming off of the face. Very cool. With the ivy growing around it. I love ivy. Always have been a fan of that. I still would love to live in a building where the ivy is growing up the side. I know you get spiders and insects, but still, it just looks very cool. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty nice. Next one. Oh, okay. The guy is kind of like, would you say he has like the plaster and color on his face? Kind of looks like it because it's just laying on there, or it's growing on top of him, which would be cool for like this kind of Twilight feeling, but sorry that I'm not making this bigger. There we go. It would be cool for the Twilight feel, but yeah, a little bit creepy also. Wow, this guy has a serious monobrow. He is like really hairy here in between. There we go. Are monobrows still a thing? I feel like a lot of stuff that has been like afflictions in the past is not really visible anymore today. Not too many people have that. Of course, like a lot of has changed from the nutrition, the health conditions, the sports we do, the medical, how do you say, medicine. The medicine in total has changed, so a lot of more people can be helped, especially before it even becomes a problem. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, this is also pretty beautiful. Look at that. Love the colors again. I love how the face with the blue is separated from the rest of the wall. And then you have these like color changed ivy leaves here that complement the blue over here. So it's not too extreme. And you have like a complementary color with the orange compared to using a green over here. So that makes everything like come together in a very nice way. Nothing stands out too hard here. Very nice. Really like that. Very cool image. Huh. Yeah, that's what I love about Midjourney. It's just very artistic from what it does. Okay, that's already it. Let's go back here. Oh. What the heck? This didn't work at all. It just doesn't understand. Okay, let me try one more time. Let's use the prompt again. Standing in a American village of the 70s, village street. Summertime. Warm light. Maybe let's put the digital art at the front. Digital art. Painting masterpiece. Of okay, let's try this again. And then let's look at the prompts that you have suggested. Long holding a massive what? Kong holding. Okay. So the suggestion was Kong holding a massive emerald serpent with realistic lighting and cinematic effects, a weathered cabin in the base, at the base, a foreboding atmosphere, cinematic. Okay, cool. Let's try that. And then we also have elegant tea party. Okay, that sounds nice. Let's use that. There's an E missing. Elegant tea party attended by elegant dressed flamingos wearing Victorian attire. Oh, that's pretty cool. Seated around a table made of intertwined tree roots. A magical forest illuminated by luminescent plants. Okay, cool. And then also we have here, 1 second. Floating shiny obsidian statue of a woman with fine cracks glowing purple from which the splinters emerge in a pose with open arms in space with a glowing... Oh. Glowing purple black hole in the background. And what else do we have? I have some of Civity Eye, a woman with spears searched. This is not a suggestion, right? Okay, so let's go back here and see what we have. Oh my. Wait, is this my Summertime? What? How does it not understand the American village? How is that possible? How does it not understand how to do that? That should be the easiest thing. This is not at all a Summertime village. Oh, maybe it's because the style is at 1000 still. Okay, let me try this one more time and let's set this to 300 again. I forgot about the 1000 thing. Let's see if the other ones... Holy crap. Holy crap. Wow. But still, this is kind of a movie I want to see. Damn. That is a huge snake monster with like a dinosaur head, but still very snaky. And then you have this cabin on the left. Wow, that is pretty cool. Could also be like a cool boss in a video game. You want to get out your rifle and shoot that thing, you know? Very cool, very nice. Wow, love it. And there we have the alligator. So I think this is because of the 1000 style that it just like does creative things, but also very cool. Look at the guy down here. I love this kind of dynamic that Midjourney can do. The glowing light from his mouth is a little bit strange, but also very cool because you see the tongue and the teeth much better. And then we also have the cabin. And this guy is really kind of like surprised by the huge alligator monster. That is amazing, right? Really cool image. Love also that it's raining at the same time. Not sure if you can see that up here. You see the raindrops falling. We have a lot of fog in the background. Oh, and there we have King Kong. There we go. Wow. Very nice. He's kind of like facing this guy. Very cool. But they are standing inside of the village. Also cool scene, right? It looks like it's somewhere in a Japanese valley, maybe, or the buildings could also be like old school, like Western American with this all of the wood and stuff. Very cool, like that. And King Kong looks really nice from the fur and the face and his grim look and everything. Very cool, love it. Also the fog in the background, everything here is pretty nice. What else do we have? Oh, there we have another. This could be, I don't know what that is. Alligator snake mix with the emerald nose for some reason. Very strange. The one guy's already like packing his gun. Yeah, that one is a little bit strange. That one went a little bit overboard, but still not too bad. Kind of cool. All right. Let's go back to the overview. Oh, look at that. That's actually a beautiful idea. Look at that with the flamingos having a tea party. Now, they don't have the Victorian outfits on, but the table is pretty cool, and you have this kind of like the Victorian style teapot, so that is pretty nice. At least I think it's Victorian style teapots. It's kind of like the whole like teapot thing that also fell out of fashion, right? These fancy, very fancy China porcelain with the hand painting and the like nice ornamental elements made from metal stuck to it and all that kind of stuff completely fell out of fashion, right? Not sure anybody's using that today. We're using more like the more minimalistic stuff, right? Or maybe some Japanese like earthy pots or something like that with no handle, of course, and all these kind of things. Or the good old tumbler, completely in fashion with all of the different designs. I hate the this one is a plastic tumbler, to be honest, but I hate the plastic tumblers. I love the aluminum tumblers much more. Plastic always feels like cheap. Like I'm always when I get a plastic tumbler, I feel like I'm wasting my money on a cheap thing that costs like 50 cents to produce, while aluminium is still nicer. This one actually I didn't buy. So yeah, but anyways. Okay, cool. Oh, there we go. More of the flamingo party. Looks very cool. The table is made out of tree roots. Pretty interesting. What does the chat say? I still have fancy tea parties with my dolls. Really? Interesting. Okay. She puts the lotion on the skin. No, sorry. It's what? That sounds a little bit creepy, but if you like it, everybody has their hobbies, you know. Everybody has their interest of what they do. So yeah, why not? There we go. This looks pretty cool. Looks very nice. I almost feel like this could be like starting to move at any moment. A little bit feels like a Pixar movie, right? Or they start to sing or something. Oh, this is fancy. They have like a flamingo date. Very interesting. Okay, with the I don't know, skirts or whatever that is. So that's kind of cool. It tries to do the Victorian clothing, but it just don't know how to put it on the flamingo. And oh, this is also very nice. Wow, very dreamy, a little bit kitschy with all of the pink and the pink flowers and whatnot. Even the trees have like pink leaves, so that's a little bit much. But anyways, pretty cool. Very nice. Cool idea. Cool prompt. Let's go back here. Ooh, look at this. Hello, Mr. Superhero. There we go. Missing 2 fingers on the right. So he already lived to some stuff. Is violet, this kind of violet pink, is that an evil color or is it a good color? What would you say? Because, I mean, with this kind of like cracking surface and everything, it looks kind of evil. But of course, like in everyday life, the pink and violet is more like a love color. So I don't know. What? I don't know. Like doll tea parties? I don't know how old you are though. So anyways, there we go. Although today I saw a video, like there's so many videos on YouTube about like people collecting Lego. Especially like from movie scenes, Harry Potter and whatnot. And they are expensive like hell, like these collector models, like $400, $500 for like a crappy looking Harry Potter house. Where I'm like, why would you do that? I mean, like for $30 you can get a really cool Harry Potter game and experience the actual thing. Why would you want to have a $500 thing that like looks like very abstract, plasticky? I don't know, but people are different. Everybody has their taste, you know. Some people love to collect Pokemon cards or not. I don't know. Everybody's different. So I wouldn't buy that. But a lot of people love it. Whoa, there we have it. I don't know. Does she do yoga or something? Meditation. Sorry, cosmic meditation, or she is like doing a witch spell. So also very cool, very nice. Like that. Yeah. Power Stone collector. Power Stone? What is Power Stone? I don't know what that is. Could be both. At a higher price. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe they like collect it because they want to sell it at a higher price. But I think the way that Lego is doing it, because Lego is not just like they actually build models for all of the like movies and stuff like that. So it's for people who actually like this stuff, you know. I feel like with Pokemon it could be more like actually just collecting to get a higher price out of it, because it's just a paper card or plastic card, I don't even know what they're made of, with a tiny picture on it. So it isn't reflecting a terrific, amazing moment in your life where you watched a scene or a movie that really impressed you. It's just a card in a set of 1,000 cards or whatever. I don't know how many there are. So that's quite different from having, I don't know, a Star Wars scene or a Harry Potter scene or your Marvel character or whatnot as a collector's item, you know? Whoop, okay. Wow, 1 second. There we go. Anyways, let's talk about these images. That's pretty cool. The cosmic guy, he looks gigantic. Very interesting. I love these kind of like gigantic figures. Also in the Marvel movies, when he's like half of the size of a galaxy or something, it's kind of like impressive. Not really useful in any way, but it kind of looks cool. Anyways. Oh, there we go. Still not the thing that I want to have. This looks like the classic. Can you remember this Japanese bot that is made from what is it called? Packing paper, not packing. What is it called? The you have a carton from carton. Japanese guy made from carton, very famous. I think maybe 20 years ago. This is kind of cool. That comes pretty close, I would say. I would love to have the city more cozy, the village, but this comes pretty close. And that again is like completely a different thing. And that is also a completely different thing. It looks like this kind of robot they made in the 70s, the first kind of like child toy robot that was super expensive. Oh, we don't have anything more. Okay, we need some more prompts. For someone without enough hardware to run ComfUI, would you suggest run on cloud or Midjourney account? Well, it highly depends on what you do. If you want to like if you need to have a lot of control over it, you want to use your own. I don't even know if you can use your own LoRa's. It depends on the service. Some services allow you to upload your own models and own LoRa's. Others don't allow that. They only have their fixed kind of like things they have. And then you have ControlNet and IP adapter. Sorry, I always say it wrong. And things like that. So Stable Diffusion and Flux give you a lot of control over what you want to have in the image. If you need that, that is better. If you just want to goof around and have like artistic, just goof around with prompts and create all these kind of cool images here, but you have very little control over what you like specifically get in the image. You get very cool results with ease and it renders fast. And by the way, if you set it to slow mode, you get unlimited image generations per month with the plan that is like $24 per month if you get it for a year. This is including the unlimited image generation. It renders a little bit slower, but I feel like it doesn't really like impact it too much. And then you can generate thousands upon thousands of images per month if you want to. And if you have the fast mode, you still get, I don't know how many images, but you get a lot of images per month. So yeah, I feel like for trying it out, for playing around with it, to getting like really like high quality results without all of the struggle, without all of the technical magic that you have to learn and understand, Midjourney is pretty good for that. It's really good. By the way, one thing you should also look into is the offering that FreePic has for their AI services. I should make a video about them. I need to reach out to them again. because I have heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't used it myself too much, just at the beginning when they started, but I have heard that they have highly improved with that. Yeah, we have some prompts. So yeah, you have to decide, do you want to, I mean, I feel like for a starting point, if you get Midjourney for a month, for example, we are, okay, is it back to 300? If you would get Midjourney for a month and play around with it, I think for a month it's $30 plus tax, so a little bit more. And you get into slow mode, so you can generate unlimited images. You would get a really good feel for it and see if this is enough for you or not. And otherwise, if you need more, look at the different services you have out there that offer Stable Diffusion and Flux, and look into what you can do. Can you use your own models? Can you train your own LoRa's or not? Yeah, and just see what you can do. For example, like also Civet AI allows image generation right on their site, right? So you could also try that out. You have to buy some bus. I made a video about that yesterday. But then you can, like, you don't even have to download the model. You can use it on their website. I have never done that, by the way, so I don't have experience with that. Yeah, this didn't turn out too well. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of like, this is kind of nice here, this one, but it doesn't, the giraffe doesn't have legs. It's sitting next to is a piano or something? But pretty cool. Organ I think it's an organ because of the two keyboards. Mention salt. I haven't used salt a lot, to be honest, and I haven't used it in a long time, to be honest. So I'm not quite sure. You can use ComfUI on OpenArt and on Salt. I think Salt has like fixed models, or I think you can write them to upload your own models. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Not quite sure. They are more about deploying the workflows to your, like, for example, to Discord or things like that. So it's a little bit more in the professional region, I would think, the Salt service. And OpenArt is like in the middle between like being like towards professionals, but then also being towards creators. And they have a lot of tools where you can just use what others have built as the workflows. And then you can also upload your own workflows and run it on their website. But it's kind of like, it's a little bit, it tries to be everything at the same time. So it's a little bit undecided in that area, but it's also pretty good. And they have a huge library of workflows if you want to check that out. I should make a video about that soon again. Do we have some other prompts here? I definitely don't care about most of these collector items, but I would love to have them so I could sell them. If you want them to sell them, just buy them. I mean, if you want to buy them to sell them, you don't actually spend money buying them. This is just like it's a flow-through expense. You get the money back when you sell it. But the downside is you have to understand the market good enough so you can actually sell it. If you don't know if you can sell it afterwards, then it's a loss, of course. But if you're sure you can sell it, it's not, you're not spending your own money, you're spending the customer's money in that point, basically, right? Of course, you need your own funds, or maybe you don't need your own funds, you know? If you understand the market good enough that you could say, I can get you that thing no matter what, then you can sell it before you have it, basically. So you say, I can get it for you, this is the price, and then you go out to the market and try to find it, and when you have it, you pay it with the customer's money, you don't pay it with your own money, so also possible. Anyways, okay, do we have some other prompt here? Or what should we do? Doobie-doobie-doo. I have a laptop with some basic NVIDIA. I tried running Automatic 1111 and couldn't handle. I used Midjourney already and loved it, but it was just wondering if it would be cheaper using... Well, does it matter if Stable Diffusion is cheaper if you can't run it? Like, you have to buy a really expensive computer. Like, not a laptop, I would suggest. Get a desktop computer, because more cooling, and the graphics card, even if it has the same name, has a lot more power. So that makes a lot more sense. And then, yeah. So either you want to invest that up front. You can also, like I said, running it online. There's different services for Stable Diffusion. There is, what is the one? I used it recently in a video for Flux, for the new Flux 1.5 model, 1.1 model, sorry. Something with remake or something, I can't remember. It's a famous online thing where you can try out the different models and you pay only for the generations you do. What is this? A powerful and vividly much realistic portrait of a screaming, fierce female Viking warrior mid-battle cry, her face contorted with raw emotion. There we go. Very nice screaming emotion, lots of like blood on her face. There we go. Like, looks like a scene from a Viking TV show. Is that trend over? Do you think the Viking trend is over for all these kind of Viking TV shows? There have been so many in the past at the same time. Like, it's kind of strange. If someone makes money, everybody wants to make a copy of that. You know, of course, like, understandable. They see, hey, cool, we can make some cash with that. Let's also make our own Viking TV show. But then, of course, it overflows the market and then the trend goes away. So I don't know. Steampunk-inspired hot air balloon. That also sounds cool. What is the time, by the way? 1 hour 30. Okay, cool. There we go. So, yeah. We can also do some more experimentation and also look here at this kind of like their exploration tab with all of the images. Look at that. Beautiful artistic style here. We can also run some of these prompts maybe, because sometimes you get some very surprising, oh, chair design. I love chair design. There we go. Let's try some of these. Nail design, that could also be interesting. Let's run that. I think like this has kind of reached the limit of, I mean, it's cool, but it's always the same thing, even though the like design is always different. It kind of like is somewhat repetitive, and then the cyberpunk dude and the alley also kind of reached the oversaturation. Although I really love that, especially with a nice woman standing in a neon light here. Looks pretty cool, but yeah. Oh, look at these ladies here with the guns. There we go. Beautiful ladies with guns. Very nice. It looks like Mr. Bean. Oh, it is Mr. Bean. There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's kind of strange with the alien. Wow. Okay. This is also nice. The porcelain guy. But I don't want to try that because there might be some nudity if we try that. This guy looks a little bit like Neo. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. I don't see that. Okay. Anyways. This is cool. Let's try that one. Let's see what we get from that. There we go. Lots of cool things here. Stormy sea with the lighthouse. Also kind of always looks a little bit the same. So kind of nice. Oh! Wow. Okay. This is the Indian version of the, what is it called? This kind of like e-scooter that the fat people have in America when they go to the supermarket and stuff. It's like a meme. And this looks like the Indian version, which is a little bit more sporty. Looks like. Maybe has a motor. I don't know. I don't think so. So yeah. Massively overweight bald man riding a rickshaw. I think if I move to Asia because of all the good food, probably I'm looking like that after a year. Especially like with all the hot pot and the Korean barbecue, which is like, what is it called? Eat what you can. Yeah, you're getting, oh, beautiful. You're getting on the fat side of life, which might be good. I don't know. Would you rather have a really awesome life but die with 60, or have a rather not so cool life but live until 95. What would be your choice for that? What do you think is the best choice in that regard? Like a really joyous, nice life, having all the fun you want to have. Whoa, okay, we're getting some cool. Oh, so this is one of your prompts: a steampunk-inspired hot air balloon shaped like a giant mechanical butterfly soaring above an otherworldly desert filled with crystalline sand dunes and towering translucent rock formations. There we go, look at that. Wow, very nice. Love the design. Steampunk hot air balloon. Didn't even think about that. It looks very nice. Rascal buffet. All you can eat. There you go. All you can eat. Yeah. Better life for sure. So less, shorter life and more fun is your choice. Who else is like? Mukbang. Oh, mukbang stream. Yeah, right. doing the Korean barbecue at home. Mukbang stream. Is that still in? Is that still a thing? I kind of really didn't like that guy who became famous, the American guy who did that, mostly because I don't know, like if he talked his girlfriend into it, but she was pretty beautiful, and then she became this like really fat, overweight woman, just like him. Both of them become really fat, but it's okay if he wants to destroy his life for gains and fame. That's his choice, but like dragging someone into that to do it too is kind of, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was also her choice. Probably it was also her choice. I don't know, it just feels a little bit strange. Anyways, this looks pretty cool. Love that. I kind of I have to say, in recent times, I'm becoming more a fan of fantasy than sci-fi for some reason. I think it might be because there isn't so much good sci-fi around, but also I think because, what do I want to say about that? This kind of fantasy has more like this kind of coziness and playfulness in it, because science fiction is a lot about it's a lot about the world perspective, and it's a lot about the philosophical, analytical view of things. If you think about for example, Star Trek, all these kind of topics, every show basically is a philosophical topic, is philosophical issue about the world, right? But if you have this kind of mix of fantasy and sci-fi, or just fantasy, it's more about the emotional experience and the world's conflict, but also world passion, right? And the magic that's happening is an expression of these emotions rather than being a raw technological power, which is existing without you. It doesn't need you. A laser doesn't need you to exist to be a laser, other than being built. But it's a force of nature. While magic kind of needs you because, you know what I mean? The spells and all that kind of thing is more a reflection of yourself and your soul reflected onto the world. It's a different thing, So that kind of thing with these butterfly wings and stuff, it has this kind of fantasy. It brings things more alive. It makes them more emotional, right? Wow, that's also very nice. Pretty cool. Very interesting. What is your favorite TV show? Ooh, that is a big question. I don't even know, to be honest. I switch a lot. Yeah, today I bought a new TV because my last TV just died out flat, just dead from one day to the next. So I bought a new TV. And so I watched the new, not the new, it's old, the James Bond movie. I think it's called No Time to Die. Oh my God. It's terrible. It's not even James Bond anymore. It's it was like a therapist sitting mixed with a romance that is completely unnecessary in the movie. It's dripping with all that kind of feely, emotional crap rather than being a nice spy movie. They took everything out of it that is even remotely spy related, and it's just feely touchy. What the? Do another movie if you want to do that. Don't do James Bond if you want to do it. I don't understand. It's very strange. Favorite TV shows? I don't know. It's very difficult to say. I like the kind of like Twilight things and sci-fi things and fantasy things. So a lot of my interest is always about like different cultures and world exploration and nice visuals. Also, by the way, like Walking Dead, all these kind of like things that happen in the world, basically, which is a very stupid description. I know it is not a good description, but I couldn't really tell you. I kind of like, for example, the Flash series is kind of nice because it's very goofy, very sci-fi-ish, but at the same time, I don't know. It's like this kind of popcorn sci-fi, which is kind of nice. But I would have to look up the names. I liked Black Mirror, but that's a couple of years back. Wow, that's beautiful artistically, right? A little bit too cozy, too sweet, but very nice. Really like that. Sleeping woman with some leaves next to it. Very cool. Oh, wow, she's beautiful. Look at her. Very nice. Lovely lips. Love the freckles. There we go. And the leaves around that. Very good, very good. Okay. Ooh. Oh, love the emotional expression in her. Like very thoughtful. Looking into the tree or the sky, we don't really know, but very nice. Really cool. And there's the other pictures again, so that's very nice. We had some of your other prompts. Before we look at that stuff, let's look at the prompts you suggested. That is one of them. One of you suggested. Paint in dark skin, black-haired woman, Art Nouveau painting, Scorpio, zodiac palette, light. What is a zodiac palette? Light colored with backgrounds, Art Nouveau style by Alphonse Mucha. There we go. Detailed hair. Damn, look at that. Very nice, beautiful lady. Very good. Very nice. With a nice little bird. It looks like a tiny raven. What does the chat say, by the way? What is your favorite? Oh, the TV show 1590 might have 32 gigabytes of VRAM, but costs 2 to 2.5K. Damn. I hope my channel is still famous enough that Nvidia is sending me one of those. I don't think so, but let's see. I have to do more videos if I want to get a 5090. A lot more videos. Anyways, but I could write them. Maybe I could make another video about building a new AI PC or something like that. John Wick engaged in a fierce arm wrestling match with an angry lion. Oh, okay, that's a prompt. Okay. Is it like, by the way, do you remember the shows that you watch, or do you like, you watch them and you forget them? You know, because there's just so much stuff out there. Oh, by the way, there's a pretty cool anime show. It has a very strange name. I think it's called Why You Shouldn't Pick Up Women in a Dungeon or something like that. And it's nothing about that at all. The title has nothing to do with the show. It's very strange. I don't know. It's more about this young guy who goes into dungeons, and of course he's like a little like weakling, but then he's favored by the gods and blah blah, the same thing that you have in all of the anime shows. Anyways, but like the gods are characters on the earth, and they have guilds, and the guilds are called a familia. And he is with one god, female god, and she doesn't have any followers. So at the beginning of the show, he is her only follower, and then it evolves over time and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool show. Really like that. So you should check that out. It's also kind of funny and a kind of nice drama in there also. It's not the classic anime kind of like, oh, I have superpowers, I save the world. It's always kind of this edge of he's favored, but he's still kind of strange, so he still has to really struggle with the thing, which is nicer because there is at least some stakes there. And it's pretty cool. Like, oh, there's another image, so let's go back to that for a second. Very nice. Also very nice. Yeah, pretty cool. There we go. Yeah. Wow. With the DNA. He is the Gandalf of DNA. Or what is that? I don't know what that is. Danmachi? Danmachi? What is that? Danmachi? I don't know what that means. 1799? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see the prompt here, by the way. Let's check this out. Photograph of a heroic man holding a what? Caduceus. I don't know what that is. Vast DNA, spiral, secret language, coded answers, twin helix, intertwined Ouroboros. Epic, ancient snake, god, twists around the staff, infinite symbol. I mean, some of it is in there, but in a very beautiful way. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Oh, and this is, oh, wow, this actually picked up very well. Like the snake is kind of like turning into a helix, but damn, that picked up a lot of that. Very nice, huh? So his hand is like three-fingered, but never mind that. Here we have the next one, also pretty nice. He has kind of a strange hook there. He's more like a villain stealing DNA or something, I don't know. It's the the medical staff. Right, medical staff. Oh, the word? For sure? Cadu. Really? That's the medical staff? Let me check that out. Ooh. Whoop. Pronunciation.
Caduceus.
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 Caduceus. I've never heard that. Caduceus. Right.
Caduceus.
Caduceus. Caduceus. It sounds like caduceus. You're a big caduceus. Caduceus. I've never heard that. Oh man. By the way, I'm learning Thai right now. Yes, I bought, first I bought a book and then I hated the book because it was like very thin and like not so good. And then now I bought an online course, which is really cool. Yeah, and I'm learning. And I'm making pretty good progress, to be honest. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, I didn't think I could learn it that good, but yeah, it works. Oh wow, this is also pretty cool. Right, there we go. Very nice. Okay. He's kind of standing in a cave, doing his DNA magic or whatnot. All right, let's look at the other one. Oh, Roman flower bath. There we go. Wow, pretty cool. I kind of like, this is in the style of one of my favorite painters, which I can't remember the name right now. He has a very like fancy name. I can't remember right now, but pretty cool. Man, I would love to, like, why don't we have that stuff anymore, right? Now that we have all these kind of production methods, we don't have these nice buildings anymore. Wouldn't you like love to bathe in that, right? With some nice smells and roses and whatnot. And like, I feel like if that, especially with warm water, you would be super relaxed after that. You're kind of like melting in the water, probably. Oh, wow. Okay. Also, a little bit scary with the decoration of the room, but yeah, I mean, interesting. Oh, sorry, I should make them bigger. There we have a little bit of like romance and stuff. I also feel like this kind of like, I can't really actually say in the West because there is so different versions of the West with all the different countries, so different cultures. But at least like in Germany and Austria, this kind of like storytelling in the surrounding, in the decorations is not so much there. In Asia, there's more of that. You have a lot of storytelling in all of the different elements and decorations and ornaments, even in the clothing and stuff like that. And I kind of like that because it kind of connects you with the surrounding a little bit more. This kind of abstraction we have right now is cool, but I feel like it's a little bit like outlived, you know, it overstays its welcome. We understood, yeah, okay, abstraction, minimalism. I love minimalism, by the way. But if everything is just minimalism, it's a little bit too much, you know. We understood the message of abstract and transparency and all that kind of thing, but I don't know. It's also nice to have something that connects you with your surrounding a little bit more. Oh, there we have the white-haired lady, a little bit more fantasy style here. Sorry, I need to put we need to put some more of your prompts. Sorry. Let's go like this. There we go. There we go. Boom shakalaka. All right. Yeah, very nice, very beautiful. I feel like, I mean, you could say it for both genders, but I feel, oh, like, okay, sorry, strike that, not both genders, the male and the female gender and whatever else you want to be, your choice. But in the classic way, let's talk about that. Like, you could say it for both, but I feel like more like for the female form, it's like very like artful, you know, and beautiful. Like the male form also can be very beautiful and artful, depends, but I feel like there is more like expression and variance, you know, in the female form. It has more elegance in a certain way, you know what I mean? So it's really beautiful, very nice, very cool. In the how can I say? I mean, also probably like culturally. Historically, especially in the West, there is a lot more like things, expressions, philosophical concepts that are connected with the female form, right? You know, like in the old paintings and stuff, representing the different virtues and the different art forms and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot more you can connect culturally. I feel like the male form in culture is a little bit bleak maybe sometimes, you know. There's not so much nuance in there often because you don't have so many figures. You have like the strong hero and then the trickster and the macho guy, you know, the Casanova and stuff like that, but they are all very like loud and noisy and a hammer hit. You know what I mean? They're all like this kind of like forceful thing, not this kind of like nuanced, delicate kind of thing. You know what I mean? Often. But yeah, I might be wrong about that. The grotto. Oh yeah, grotto kind of style. Yeah, from the last one. So that's pretty cool. Wow, look at that. Pretty cool. Right. And it's difficult to explain. And probably also wrong, but especially it's always wrong if you like, because you find an example for everything, so you can't say, oh, it's never like that, because, but you can say it's mostly like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, oh, there we have the, wow, okay. Ooh. What kind of nose is that? It's not a cat nose. What is that kind of nose? Is that a bear nose? Is it like from a deer? Who has noses? No, deers also have like more these fleshy noses. It looks familiar, but what kind of nose is that? From what animal is that? Or do you, like a giraffe? Do giraffes have like hairy, like these pelt noses? Do they? I think that because most artists and painters were male and they like to paint pretty girls. Not necessarily. I mean, yes, they like to paint like pretty girls more probably than pretty guys, but you have a lot of like art about like male heroes, male characters, male this and that. So there's like plenty images about men, but they are usually like pressed into very, I feel like very like crude roles, you know, the philosopher, the hero. They always have like this kind of chop role that has to force something upon the world in some way or another, you know. So oh yeah, giraffe. Giraffes have these kind of pelty noses. Giraffe? No. I mean, Well, kind of, yeah, they do. A giraffe has a fur lip? I guess they do. Yeah, they have fur even on the lips. Interesting. I thought it was just skin here, just brown skin. Yeah, they have fur everywhere. Interesting. I thought it was more like a cow or something, but this is just like lip, actual lip, you know, not fur. Interesting. I didn't know that. There we go. Also nice. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Some vintage. Okay. Oh, that's from the image with the guns, right? The woman with the gun. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this it didn't work out at all. Oh, and these should be for the different kind of nails. Oh, there it worked. Okay, very nice. Pretty cool. Interesting. Huh. But you know what? When I'm just thinking about it, it might be that for male characters, I think that often the emotional background for a male character is often not explained. I feel like often male characters in stories, but also in artworks, they just act, they just do something. It's never explained why they do something. It's just like, it's portrayed as well, they do it because it's their job, because it's their legacy, because it's just the thing they do. It's their character or whatnot, you know? They are strong because they are like that. It's their job. They are weak because that's their job. They are tricksters because it's their job. It's not really explained the background of the emotional like feeling of what's happening there. With the female character, there's a lot more emotional going on. Because of that, you have more. It on the one side, it can be more finer and more refined and more character development about the actual person, and then on the other hand, you have more dynamic and playfulness within it because you can play with the different forms of emotional world. While with a male character, he is the big warrior because he is the big warrior. There's no reason given why he is. Like, for example, Thor. Why does Thor do what Thor does? Nobody knows, right? He's just a strong guy who loves to bash things, but for no specific reason. He just does it, right? There is no explanation given. There is no, like, why not do something else, you know? He just is like that, and that's it, you know. And same with the other characters, right? So yeah, very nice designs. We have to look at the other prompts, by the way, that you have sent me. Oh, look at that! Wow, what is this? A majestic elephant adorned with intricate mosaic patterns, gracefully balancing on a tight rope stretched between two towering ancient trees below a vibrant jungle teems with luminescent flora. Look at that. Wow. Okay. I mean, it feels like physically completely impossible to have this elephant on there, but despite that, everything looks really cool if we kind of like not care about the gravity thing. Other than that, really cool image. Please try this prompt. Long hold a what? Oh, Kong hold a massive emerald serpent. Oh, the serpent again? We tried that already. It didn't work. Or did you like refine the prompt? Let me change this real quick. 1 second. Boom. Let's try that. I think because most male images are simply not allowed to appear fragile or weak because that's true. That's also true. Like men always have to be like the strong guy. Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know about you. I don't know about your life experience, but I felt like nothing turns a woman away faster than a man talking about his emotions. Like I kind of like had that experience, like as soon as you get like softy feely talking about your problems, not about her or her problems or the emotion that is like happening between you, but like your own emotions, problems in the world. That's like that's almost as bad as saying that you like video games. Saying you like video games is like, bam, wow, dang. The door is like, there's just like this dust silhouette. That's one surefire way to get, at least for my generation, most of the women are not into video games. I don't know, like maybe just here, maybe the rest of the world, they are more open to that, but I don't know. It's like, because of course also it sounds like you spend all of your time in front of a computer playing video games. So kind of like I kind of understand that. You don't want to have a guy who is just wasting his time away instead of spending it with her to get the high score in whatever game. But yeah, so kind of understand it, but also, yeah, a little bit strange. Anyways, camels also have fur overall. Yeah, I know, like they have fur overall, but I didn't know they have fur right on their lip, right? Or on the nose specifically. Because if you think about most other animals, cats, dogs, cows, tigers, they all have like a fleshy, like a skin nose, at least the nose. The lip often is like with fur, yes, but the nose itself is free of fur, right? In a lot of different animals. So I was kind of surprised. Although, like you have, does a deer have fur on the nose or not? Deer head? Let's see. No, they also don't have. You see? The nose is like, the front of the nose is just skin. There is no hair on the front. So a lot of animals have it like that. I think it's rather rare that you have complete pelt over the nose. You know? Not sure. There we go. Very cool. Very nice. Oh, hey, wow. And there we have the astronaut. Let's read the prompt real quick. 1 second. A group of astronauts planting a tree on the surface of Mars, representing humanity's quest for exploration and environmental stewardship beyond Earth, with backdrop of planet Earth. Okay, pretty cool. Wow, that's like Mars is super close to Earth in that one. Pretty cool. By the way, I was recently thinking about, because there's so many like videos about the Fermi paradox and the civilization in the galaxy and stuff like that, and about also the danger that aliens might pose to us or not might pose to us, that I was thinking with most of these videos, if you think about it, we should push more for going out there and like living on different planets and even like living in different systems, just for the sake of being on par with whatever could come, you know, just to like, it's not a good look if we are not going out there because it's still cool here to do it, to just live on this planet, because we are robbing ourselves of the, how can I say, the chance, but also the power of what it brings to be out there and be bigger than that, you know? Like, for example, just think about what the change brought from, I mean, certainly colonialism wasn't great for mankind at large, because a lot of bad things happened, but we are talking here about other planets with no life on them, so there's not that kind of problem. But think about how much mankind improved when globalization became a massive thing, and we exchanged goods and knowledge and our power, our workforce with each other to make things bigger. How much further we have come than before, you know? And that's, of course, also happening if you go out into space, and instead of having the resources of one planet, you have the resources of multiple planets and multiple moons. And in that case, you don't even have to care about any kind of like life forms on there, nature that you destroy. You can do whatever you want because there's nothing on there. If you completely ruin the like surface of a moon, who cares about that? It's just mass, you know. It's just substance. You can, everything you find, you can just use for building whatever you want. That's pretty cool here with the tree. So yeah, that's kind of nice, you know. It was awesome, Kip. Awesome, Kip. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. Camels and giraffes eat from some spiny plants. The fur also protects their skin. Is that the reason? And like deers and goats and stuff, they don't? I think like goats also have like a fleshy nose, right? That's a good question. Let's see. Goat. Oh, okay, no, they do have actually a furry nose most of the part, and just, oh yeah, they have a fully fur nose. It's just like the little part here, a little part is like unprotected. That's an interesting concept. Yeah, they have like almost to the tip, they have like very short fur, but still fur. I don't think this kind of fur is protecting against any kind of spikes, but who knows? I'm not a goat expert, so I don't know. Oh, look at that. No astronauts, but oh, there we go. Oh, that is a good one. Look at that. Look at that cool composition. I love the angle that it has with the hill. It has a lot of drama because the hill makes it more like an effort. It turns it into a more dynamic scene that is like forward going, especially also because the hill is going upwards instead of downwards. So I love that Midjourney has these like artistic concepts. I'm always like surprised by the cool things it can do. The landing method would be useful for the moon. The old lunar lander kicked up dust that shot almost around the whole moon. Oh, interesting. Okay. The human body is not designed for anywhere else in the universe other than the Earth. Maybe, but I mean, we can overcome basically everything, you know? I don't think that's a huge problem for us. Especially, I mean, there's a lot of Earth-like planets out there. If you're talking about gravity, there's a lot of planets that are like our planet, especially like Mars is even smaller, so you have less gravity. So it still has problems. You have to do a lot of workouts and stuff to keep your mass, but I think you can certainly survive on Mars. With the radiation and stuff, that might be a problem, but we can solve it technologically, so that's not a huge problem. And I think, like, didn't they recently say like that's kind of like it was a strange news. We found caves on Mars. Like, why would you not expect there to be caves on Mars? It's, you know, it's a moon. Why wouldn't it have caves? But of course, like, if you have the cave, it can protect you against a lot of like the heat and the radiation and other things. So that's very helpful, of course. So that's very nice. Plus, don't forget, there's tons and tons of material that you can mine without having to care about any kind of nature problem. So yeah, you can get all of the materials that you desire for building whatever structure you want if you can exploit the planet to your heart's content without caring about any kind of nature that you might destroy in the process. So it has a lot of benefits, I think, you know. Even with the hardships, I think we can overcome the hardships rather quickly with our technological like state that we have right now. Right? I'm not sure. We're talking about Starship today. The human can adapt to a lot of stuff. Yeah, it can adapt to a lot of stuff, and the human mind can build everything around it, you know, whatever we need to make it happen. So I think we can go pretty far with at least in our system, you know, at least in our system we can go pretty far. There's a lot of stuff for us to inhabit in this system, and that's already like a huge step. And the moon is super close, so I think that should be, I don't know, should be kind of a good step to take and like test out everything we need to learn for the other like actual planets, you know. So anyways, wow, look at that dynamic. Look how he's looking at that guy, and the teeth and the like slime that is dripping from his teeth. Do you see that there is like, here is a little like highlight, a little glare here from like showing you that there is a lot of slime here on this one teeth? That is amazing, these little details. This is why I love Midjourney. It's really creative in these kind of things. He's even wearing kind of like a, what is this? Like a looks like a ammunition belt or something like that. You know, it's pretty cool. Very nice. Yeah. And I feel like, personally, I feel like with this space endeavor, if we would push ourselves into that, I feel like how can I phrase that? I feel like if Musk really wants to go to Mars, what he should do is, other than just building the rockets, is to like finance some movies, like sci-fi movies. Because like, remember that age where we had all these kind of big sci-fi movies and how everybody was really like into going out into space, exploring space and so on, and all the technology that comes with it, which in turn was basically sponsored by the government through the space race, where they just needed the how can I say, society to be behind that concept. So they funded a lot of that like culture around it. I think like if Musk would like invest in some cool like, it's called NASA punk, you know, this kind of like movies that make it look really cool to go to space, people would be a lot more behind that. Let's look at some other. Wow, this is the snake guy here again. Oh, with this kind of Asian style temple. Love it. Okay, really nice. And the woman standing here. Woo, very cool. Ah, I want to see more movies like that. But nice, interesting movies, not the Kong movies. They're kind of boring. Okay, there we go. Do we have something else? No, that's it. The nails. Oh, we looked at all of that stuff. What is the time, by the way? Oh, 2 hours and 8 minutes. Yes, Midjourney have some detailed in Flux. It has like the more than just detail. What Midjourney has is the composition and artfulness. That is the biggest benefit of that. Like Flux can put a lot of detail. It probably can make a really cool Kong image, but this kind of composition, I would almost bet you can never get this composition out of Flux. This kind of dynamic and emotionness and connectiveness between the character, that they really act towards each other. And also look at the depth of field, how much sense it makes. Like the depth of field is only on him and then only on the background, and Kong is completely in focus, all of him. And I feel like with Flux, when you have depth of field, it applies it willy-nilly, a little bit to the foreground, a little bit to the background, but also if there is elements that are in that area, in that region of the image, it doesn't single them out, it just renders them, even though they are not in the correct distance from the image, you know. My last prompt. Oh, we have one more prompt. There we go. So this is going to be the last prompt also for today. There we go. Let's do it. By the way, I'm in the Schnell modus, basically in the fast modus here, which is not giving you less quality. It's just giving you a priority on the GPU time. And you can see that this is rendering pretty fast. 4 images, by the way. So this is, yeah, from the speed, it's pretty cool. And then you can also, I can go in here and I can change it. You see, from fast to relax. There's also turbo mode, but the turbo mode you have to pay extra, I think. And if you have the relax mode, you can render as many images as you want. Here it's described. Relax generates at a slower variable rate, but won't spend fast hours. Not available for the basic plan. So don't get the basic plan. Get the next plan on top of the basic plan, and then you can, like, if you want to render 10,000 images in 1 month, if you can spend all that time, you can do that. Nobody's holding you back. There we go, the cute kitty cat. Oh, I love cats. There we go. Man, very cute with the Victorian clothing. A xenomorph orange tabby, Renaissance costume, rough collar, golden robe, studio, full body shot, noble demeanor, detailed embroidered ornament, jewelry, regal pose, regal pose, okay. Sharp focus, historical fashion, sorry. Very nice, look at that. Sorry, I need to make it bigger. Look at that cute kitty. There we go. Oh man, I want to have a cat again, but I don't have the like life situation at the moment to have a cat. Very cool, very nice, sweet kitty. And in Asia you have a lot of street cats, but the people love the street cats. Pretty cool. Not Asia, Thailand. I'm talking about Thailand. So they're all well fed and cared for. It's pretty nice. And you can also buy some cat food. If you go to Thailand, buy some cat food and feed the street cats a little bit. They're always happy. And take also some disinfect spray. If you want to like stroke them a little bit, clean your hands afterwards. They might have everything you can imagine on there, from little bugs to all kinds of like bacteria. So yeah, they are still living on the street and they don't have clean streets in the sense of like there's a lot of cockroaches and whatnot. So yeah, although Bangkok and Thailand in general is very clean, but still, I mean, yeah, cats go everywhere, especially in the trash to look for food. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, cats are the best. The cutie kitties. Okay, let's go to the big screen for a moment. There we go. Oh man, it was a pretty cool stream, I have to say. Interesting topics also. I hope you enjoyed that. I was not super interactive with the chat. Sorry for that. I'm not sure if I will ever be good at the chatting situation, and I still need to figure out what could I do better with the live stream. You know, what could be more fun for people, because for some reason it has never grown. I have probably done hundreds of live streams, at least let's say 200 live streams. I'm not quite sure how many have I really done, but I can actually look that up. 1 second, let me go to my YouTube channel real quick. How many live streams have I done? I think there's a tab for just the live streams, right? Your channel live. Does it say it? Oh no, it doesn't even say it. Oh, I thought there's a number or something, but it's like a crazy high number. Oh, it isn't. It doesn't look like that much. Okay, I'm not. Wait. I have done around 122 live streams. I think more because I hide some of them. Let's say 130. I thought it's more, to be honest. I thought it's much more than 130 live streams. Interesting. Okay. Well, I didn't do any live streams last time I was in Bangkok, so yeah. Anyways, good times. Thank you very much for watching. It was really cool having you and trying your prompts. And join my Discord. Don't forget about that, to be part of the daily challenges. And maybe you become part of the videos or live streams where I show these images. So that would be pretty cool. And I hope I see you next week also in the live stream or for the videos, where I hope I can create more videos. Anyways, I was really amazing having you around. Thank you very much. And let me find the end screen. There we go. See you soon. Bye.